With me in the studio today is Mitzie Hunter, former CEO of the Greater Toronto Civic Action Alliance, who left that position when she became a Member of Provincial Parliament for the Scarborough-Guildwood area. Well, Mitzie Hunter, welcome to the show.
It's wonderful to be here.
Now, politics is new to you, 3 months into the job.
Yes.
How does it feel?
It feels wonderful. I'm still elated from the election. I ran against 9 men, and here I am. So it's just really wonderful.
Well, you know, women in politics is a very interesting topic because there's many people who say we don't have enough women in politics. And it's really others will say it's a man's game. What do you think?
We don't have enough women in politics. Women make up 50% of the population. In the provincial legislature where I serve, we are 28%. So while we're doing well and while we are celebrating the fact that we have our first female premier ever, we still don't have enough women who can form a voice in the legislature to represent women. So I do believe that there is more room to invite more women to put their names forward on the ballot and to run for elected office.
But why do you think that women have traditionally shied away from the political arena?
You know, I think that we've come a long way and more women are running, but however, it is a space that has been traditionally occupied by men. So while we're doing well, we're at 28%, we really need more women thinking about making a contribution, making a difference through elected office. So I think it's a matter of creating that space and time and to include it as part of their career goals.
You know, a lot of politicians take a lot of heat, through the campaigns and then into their jobs, and there's a lot of pressure and a lot of stress. I mean, you're new into this job, but how are you dealing with that, and how do you sort of project that you would deal with it sort of in the near future?
Being on this side, I now have a renewed respect for politicians and for people who are putting themselves forward, whether as a school board trustee or a local councillor or a member of provincial parliament or federal parliament. It really is about sacrificing your own time with yourself and your family, and you're giving it to the community, and you're being with the community, and that's a sacrifice, and it is about service. So I recognize that, and it's certainly even just running a campaign and putting yourself out there, it is grueling and it's challenging and demanding. So I can see where women need to be supported as they are putting themselves forward, ensuring that they have things taken care of at home, ensuring that they have a very good team that works with them, because it is a very demanding role.
And prior to what you're doing now, when you were the CEO of the Greater Toronto Civic Action Alliance, what is this organization about? How does it help people?
Civic Action is an incredible organization. It's a nonprofit, nonpartisan organization that brings the leadership together to talk about how do we improve our city region? How do we ensure that we have a strong economy and that people are employed? How do we ensure that our environment is flourishing and that we have the social inclusion that we need for a diverse city region that we have? So this organization really brings together people from community organizations, from business, and from government to work together and to work collaboratively. It actually acknowledges that governments alone cannot solve society's problems, that you need the involvement of leaders from all backgrounds in order to really make a difference and to build strong communities.
You know, and developing leadership in women and girls in particular is something that's very important to you.
It's always been important to me. I've always seen myself as a role model. I was Students' Council President when I went to Winston Churchill Collegiate in Scarborough. I later went on to be very active in my university. So I've always been someone that has not shied away from leadership, and I've seen the difference that it makes in terms of really seeing women in leadership roles and how it inspires other young women to achieve. So I'm always available to be a mentor, to offer advice, to give a young woman a chance. And I think that's very important because I certainly have benefited from that in my career.
To instill leadership in a young girl, I mean, what is the most important thing that she needs to do or her family needs to do to help her, start to feel like a leader inside? What do you think?
Young girls need to be encouraged to believe in themselves, to believe that they are able to achieve those things that they imagine for themselves, and that they should be encouraged to try, to take risks. I talk about that all the time when I speak to young women and to young girls, that it's okay. You're facing changes in your life. Lean into those changes. Make that attempt. You don't always have the certainty of what will happen, but if you try and you put yourself out there, that you're going to achieve those results that you've intended for yourself.
So when you were a girl, Mitzie, did you have someone in your life that was a role model or instilling that kind of leadership in you, or was this something that just was innate?
No, it was actually a conversation I had with my father when I was 16 years old. We were just chatting, sitting around the kitchen table, and he really told me that I should pursue leadership. He felt that, what he saw in me was a budding leader and that I should pursue leadership. And he really believed in me before I even knew myself. And, he's not around today. He passed away, but I still remember that conversation, and it's really helped to shape me and to give me the courage to step out and to lead.
Oh, and to lead, and that's just so important for us as women to learn to lead more.
And now, the Good to Know Minute.
So Mitzie, it's my Good to Know Minute, and I know you've got a great success tip.
Well, my tip, Shannon, is really inspiring and encouraging young girls, young women to believe in themselves. They know in their heart who they are and what they want to be. They need to have that confidence to pursue their dreams and know that they're going to make it. And I think that once they believe in themselves, they'll bring others along with them.
And that's good to know.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, more on Extraordinary Women TV. So stay with us. And now for more Extraordinary Women.
Welcome back to Extraordinary Women TV. I'm Shannon Skinner, and I'm speaking with Mitzie Hunter, MPP of the Scarborough-Guildwood area. Did you find that you needed sort of a coach or a mentor of some sort to help get you through this sort of transition and help you get really ready for politics?
Most definitely. I have had many coaches, mentors, and role models. People who came alongside and said to me, Mitzie, I see something special in you. I think you are the right one to lead this project or this process, and they've invited me in. So someone like John Tory, who is the chair of Civic Action, is certainly one of those mentors and role models, and I can say that he has become a friend, and because I've known him for almost 2 decades. Courtney Pratt, the former chairman of Stelco, I've known him for a number of years, a wonderful mentor that I can talk to about some of my leadership and career choices and get good, solid advice, always supportive. The late David Pico, who was the founding chair of Civic Action, was someone that I enjoyed working with. He inspired me, always invited me into Civic Action to take on leadership roles. Certainly there are women leaders. The Honourable Jean Augustine, former Member of Parliament, is certainly someone who I know and continues to inspire me and continues to support my leadership.
Do you ever have those days and you think, wow, this is really tough. I wonder if I can do this today?
You know, I find that I'm energized when I'm with other people and when I'm doing something that I care passionately about. During the campaign, they were grueling and long days, but every time I went out there to knock on that door, to talk to that resident, and to really hear about their concerns and to tell them about my vision of being that strong voice for them in Scarborough-Guildwood, I was energized. I would always come back from a canvas more energized than when I went out. And I think that's when I knew that this was the right role for me and that this was really the right time for me to step into politics.
With our Premier, Kathleen Wynne, do you think that young girls and young women are looking at her and saying, I want to be that one day?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We have the benefit today of having an extraordinary leader. And young girls are watching our Premier, Kathleen Wynne, and saying, I want to be like her, and I can. And that opportunity to really sit in that office, the highest office in our province, and to be a woman inspires young girls to really say that I can do that too. And they're dreaming about that. They're adding it to their gold list of the things that they want to do in life.
And do you have someone close to you that's that you are their role model? You are their mentor, rather?
I do. I'm a formal mentor to several people. In fact, I just acquired a new mentee, and she's an absolutely extraordinary young woman. I'm just getting to know her now. I've been a mentor for many years to other young leaders. And I also think that even if you don't have that direct relationship with people, but they hear you tell your story, they hear you speak, that can inspire, and it can inspire others just from watching you and how you live your life as a leader, and the integrity in which you lead can inspire others as well to pursue their own dreams and their own passions in life.
Well, Mitzie, it's been such a pleasure having you here today, and congratulations on your new job, and I certainly wish you all the best.
Thank you, Shannon. It has been wonderful speaking with you and really having a chance to really share what has motivated me into this new leadership role with so many other women, and hopefully it inspires them to pursue their own goals.
If you would like to be a guest on Extraordinary Women TV, visit our website at extraordinarywomentv.com. I'd love to hear from you. Follow me on Twitter at Shannon_Skinner or on Facebook at Extraordinary Women TV. I'm Shannon Skinner. Join us next time for another episode of Extraordinary Women TV.